Hey, Alex. It's that time of the year. It's getting really close to Christmas here, and I'd like to wish you a happy Yuletide.
Okay.
Because we have no idea what the word Yule means, do we?
Well, I thought it had to do with a log. And we have the Yule lads.
We do have the Yule lads. That's right.
Remember you learned about the 12 Yule lads? They're coming up. I've been the last few years I text you pictures of the Yule lads on their days. I think I might have already missed some. But yeah, I thought Yule meant Christmas.
It actually comes from a holiday vocabulary from sort of the Nordic countries like Norway and Sweden and Denmark. And they say it in different ways. Some say it's kind of an Old Norse word, Yule, J-O-L-L, Yule. And it refers to a 12-day winter feast.
Oh, okay. And we have Yule Brenner.
Yule Brenner, right. The Cool Yule. Cool Yule is kind of that, that jazz Christmas album everybody likes to listen to around this time. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to talk about the Yule log. You mentioned the Yule log, and I don't really think the Yule log exists in the way it used to. Have you ever lit a Yule log?
I don't know if I have. Have I?
Well, a Yule log, let's just kind of go into it a little bit, but a Yule log is something that you light at the beginning of the 12 days, and you keep it burning for all 12 days. And it's an actual log that burns for 12 days. Now, these used to come from trunks of giant trees that they would drag inside and put into a really big stone fireplace, or it might have been put out in a kind of a fire pit type situation as the snow's coming down. They would light this thing and it would burn and burn and burn for 12 days. But, that whole idea of that 12-day winter feast and the 12th night and things like that, it's not what everybody thinks. Do you know when 12th night actually is?
I think we've talked about this before, haven't we? The 12th,
January 6th.
Yeah, it's the first day is Christmas, right?
Yes, exactly. So the first day is Christmas. There's 12 days of winter feasting, and you keep the Yule log burning for all 12 nights.
That's probably the coldest time of year in most places. So the Yule log doesn't have to be from a particular kind of tree. It just has to be big and thick enough to
burn for 12 nights. And then also in the olden days, back in the Viking days, maybe the Norse or the Norwegians or whoever was really practicing this, they would sometimes, if they were really hardcore about it, take that flame and keep it going for the entire year, and then use that same flame to light the next year's Yule log.
That's cool. One log would do that?
One log would keep it going for the 12 days, and then they would have to just take the flame off of that, light something else,
got it,
let it burn, and just keep feeding either a fire or transferring that same flame into different fire situations, so that essentially you never lit another match, or you never rubbed two sticks together again. You kept that flame. It's like the Olympic torch almost.
Yeah. The answer to your question is no. Then I've never lit a Yule log. I've never lit something that stayed lit for 12 days.
That sounds like a kind of a stomach malady, doesn't it? Lit a Yule log. Well, there's also another type of another variation of the Yule log. It's called the bûcher de Noël. Now, have you heard of the bûcher de Noël, which translates into Christmas log?
No.
Can you guess the language of origin for that? Bûcher de Noël.
Is that French?
It is French. It is a famous sponge cake that's rolled into a circle to look like a little miniature block of wood. And it has frosting in the middle and little stripes in it, and you cut it, it's round, and you cut it into pieces. That's the Christmas log, kind of the it's what the French took to the original Yule log, the one that you burned, and they made a cake out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's something that a lot of people like to have on Christmas Eve. It's kind of a big tradition in France for that. It's made from liqueurs, whipped cream, butter, buttercream, chocolate, and it usually has a very rich taste. And then the frosting is made to look like bark, so it's spread on in such a way that it has kind of a barky texture to it.
Have you ever had one?
I have had one of those actually. I didn't realize where it had come from, that it was called the Christmas log or the bûcher de Noël, but it is a direct descendant of the Yule log tradition of burning a log for 12 days.
You think I could find one in Houston, Texas?
Oh yeah. You could probably find one on Amazon and have it there in an hour if you wanted.
Wow. If I'm going to
Order
Bucky,
yourself a Bucky. I'll bet Bucky's has a good one.
what do they call them? They don't call them bûcher de Noël.
I think they call them Yule logs or Christmas logs.
All right.
Christmas logs.
I've had the pecan logs.
Yeah, similar. That probably is another.
The cheese. Is that the cheese? The cheese.
Yeah,
one,
where it has the pecans spread across the top and it's made of cheese.
That's good stuff.
That is really good
Just
stuff.
put it on a cracker.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love
Oh yeah.
that stuff.
And then
That's the
you eat enough of
that's
that.
the
And then
hillbilly version, right?
you eat enough of that, and then you'll have a Yule log yourself.
That's the hillbilly version of bûcher de Noël.
So this whole idea of the word, again, coming from Yule, which was that Norse word, it was something that kind of honored family, honored ancestors. They sometimes had animal sacrifices, but they would always burn that Yule log during their Yule celebration. It's one of these things too that kind of evolved from several different origins. The Nordic origin, there was also a Germanic version of this, and they kind of collided to form the eventual Yule log, and then eventually the French took it and made a cake out of it.
They probably do that with everything.
Right? It's eventually going to turn out to be a cake. It's something that I think celebrates the whole Christmas season. And the other thing that they would do during that time, now you've heard of Yuletide, and that actually means Yule time. So in that case, Yuletide is the time. It's the time that we celebrate. The Yule log. There was another one called the Yule goat. Now, have you heard of the Yule goat?
No.
It was a goat-shaped figure made of straw and wrapped with a red ribbon, and they would put it out during Christmas, and it was designed to it was kind of from mythology, and it was designed to honor Thor originally, because Thor would ride on a chariot pulled by magical goats, and so the Yule goat was a way to honor Thor and his magical goats.
Okay.
And a lot of times during these rituals and festivals back in the Nordic and Germanic days, people would dress up like goats, and they would do the dance of the Yule goat, and it was pretty famous.
That seems like that's mixing up like pagan and Christian themes.
Well, that's
all
what they
over the place.
did. That's what I think that's kind of
I
what
thought
the
that's
Vikings
what we did. I didn't know they did that.
Oh yeah, the Vikings did this. This was before Christianity was more popular, I suppose. Now, also before Santa Claus had his fame in Scandinavia, the Yule goat was also the one that brought gifts to the children during the 1600s all the way up to the 1800s. The Yule
We've
goat
probably talked about that before.
Yeah, would come and would actually give gifts, but also sometimes do mean things to kids that had been bad.
Of course, yeah. Remember Santa Claus? Remember
Yes,
we talked about Santa Claus?
yes. Well, before
Krampus.
Santa Claus, there was a Yule goat that was kind of it was part protector, part prankster.
Like Krampus.
Yes, yes. Santa Claus got more famous later, and the Yule goat kind of disappeared. But in Norway and Sweden and Finland and places like that, you'll still see these straw goats that are hung up or put on the trees or used for decoration during the Yuletide season.
Okay.
Now, the most famous one of these is the gēol goat in Sweden. It's 40 feet tall, and it's basically a giant. What do they call it when you burn something? Like
Effigy?
it's an effigy. Yes. So they put it up, and then on the 12th night they burn it in Sweden. 40 feet. Imagine 40 feet of straw burning. What that would look like.
Yeah,
crazy.
Look like almost like a Burning Man kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, except it's a goat.
Yeah.
Well, next time you're singing Deck the Halls or trying to think about something Christmas related, and you mention the Yule log or the Yuletide or the Yule goat, just think about all this. Or you eat a rolled up chocolate cake with delicious creamy fillings in the middle. Think about all these traditions that Yule came from. Or if you watch something with Yul Brynner in it, you can appreciate it that much more because the Yule log is definitely a thing of Christmas past. But Alex and I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas present. Wouldn't you, Alex?
You'll be right about that.
And if you'll contribute to our Patreon, you'll potentially get a Dirt Nap City t-shirt with the right amount of contribution. But you can definitely get a Dirt Nap City sticker, which are awesome on everything. Where would if you had a Dirt Nap City sticker in your hand right now, where would you put it? Where would you recommend people put these stickers?
On your computer?
Yeah, that's a good place. I need one right here.
Yeah, that's a good place for it, or would be another good place.
You got one on your car, Alex?
Don't know.
If I do it, will you do it?
Maybe, yeah. I might.
Okay. Maybe we have a little ritual with that. We burn the
Remember,
Yule goat.
too, for $180,000.
Yep.
What it was? $180,000.
Pink-
We will.
Pink Cadillac. It might have been
I saw
160.
I saw one the other day.
A
and it
Mary
was
Kay pink Cadillac?
I don't know if it was Mary Kay. It was a pink Cadillac, but it was one of the electric. Cadillac.
And it was pink?
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
Thought of you.
Thanks, man. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. And you'll be glad you tuned in for 2026. It's going to be an even greater and bigger season. We're coming up on season 5. Any predictions for season 5? You think this is the year we get discovered?
You know, I saw yesterday a list came out for the Golden Globes has a new category called Best Podcast.
Oh,
we got snubbed.
Can we get written in? Is there a write-in for that?
No, we got snubbed. Maybe
well, I do
year.
promise if we win Best Podcast, we're going to bring the Yule log back. We'll light a fire and it will stay lit for the entire season.
That's a crowded category.
Best podcast about interesting dead people. If they would just narrow down the parameters, we'd have a good shot, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Alex.
The Yule log burns, it crackles bright, a roaring flame against the night. We gather round with mugs of cheer, the longest night, the turning year. But oh, beware, the Yule lads creep through frosty winds while others sleep. Yule log blazing, Yule goat grazing, the lads are laughing, always dazing. Oh, the spirit of the Yule, it's wild and warm and never cruel. The goat he stomps with mighty pride through snow drifts deep, both far and wide. He carries gifts, his horns held high, a guardian neath the winter sky. But oh, those lads, they steal and tease, they swipe your pies, they take your cheese. Yule log blazing, Yule goat grazing, lads are laughing, always dazing. Oh, the spirit of the Yule, it's wild and warm and never